All right, today we're talking about the post-injury blues or post-surgery blues, talking about that low, stuck, isolated, frustrated feeling that inevitably creeps in after an injury or surgery.
You want to know what I am? You want to see what my life is?
Don't do it.
You want to see what's going on here?
Don't you stick that knife in your leg.
It's very common, extremely common, and we'll break down some practical tips and tools to help you get through it. So first and foremost, tool number one is really just to try and normalize it. So it's extremely common for that to happen. Injury recovery can feel like a full-time job, except without the paycheck, the coworkers, or the sense of progress that you're used to. You might feel down or sad, irritable, frustrated, certainly isolated and unmotivated, and to be honest, that's completely normal. Studies show that there's about 40% of people recovering from orthopedic injuries or surgeries that have feelings of depression or feeling down or blue, but especially when movement and dependence and identity take a hit, it's probably a lot higher and a lot more common than that. So we'll break down some different tips that helped us along the journey and different things that help you get through it when you're down and feeling rough. So tip number two is to really try and create a daily routine or a rhythm, because with injury recovery, it's very chaotic and your body heals better when your mind is a little bit grounded. So one of the best ways to do that and help yourself get out of that chaos is really routine. So these schedules don't need to be super detailed, but something just to give you a little bit of rhythm. So here's a few examples of things to help with that. So number one will be trying to do things at the same time every day.
Doc, I'm feeling great.
Going to bed and waking up at the same time, eating meals around the same time every day are a couple good examples of easy ways to get some of that rhythm. Another great one is to pair habits with healing. So icing while watching your favorite show is a great one, or stretching during commercials, or something similar that helps through your routine or your injury that makes sense. And really trying to establish those tiny anchors, because those tiny anchors can equal big stability throughout your recovery. Another example to regain a little bit of that rhythm is establishing a nighttime routine or a way to wind down at night.
I don't believe in making the bed, though. My wife's always like, why don't you ever make the bed? For the same reason I don't tie my shoes after I take them off. Doesn't make sense. You know? We're not putting this thing in storage. Hell, I'm hoping to come back in a couple hours, and I would like it open.
So this could be screens off, low light, maybe a heating pad or ice, whatever you're using, a book or calming music, whatever it is that helps your system kind of settle and reset. Just establishing some sort of small rhythm at night to help you wind down and get ready for bed is a great example of something to find that rhythm within the chaos. Having a bare minimum routine or a bare minimum recovery day.
I'm gonna go to the store.
Okay, just get the bare essentials. This will last of our dough.
Hey, what do I look like?
It can be helpful, especially when you're in a lot of pain or having really hard days. Just baking in something where you get some sort of progress done, where it's doing the minimum of your PT, having a protein shake, noting in your log where you're at, where your injury is feeling, just anything small that can help you move progress is a bare minimum day, and having those can help throughout your routine as well. Using a tracker or journal can be really helpful, especially in those bare minimum days, but throughout any of the rhythm, just to track where you're at, especially with pain or progress. And also it can be helpful on days where you just need to survive. So today was really hard, just note it in your journal, but you can have those days where you just survive. And that can be a part of that bare minimum routine as well. So tip number three in dealing with the post-injury blues is finding a creative outlet. So when your body's in repair mode, your brain really kind of desires some expression. So not perfection, but just a little bit of a release to really help focus more on that creative side rather than always focusing on the pain and the recovery, which is where your brain really tends to go after an injury. So trying to find something a little creative as an outlet to focus your attention outward a little bit. And here are some quick, great examples of that. Again, journaling is a great one, just a brain dump, declutter the mind, or write about gratitude, or even if sarcastic rants are helpful to you, just getting your thoughts out of your head and on paper. Drawing or painting, making a playlist for different moods and throughout your recovery, whether that's relaxing or getting ready for PT. Photography is another great example, as well as DIY projects, just different things that can help calm your nervous system.
Just take it easy, man.
I'm perfectly calm, dude.
Yeah, waving the fucking gun around?
Calmer than you are.
You just take it easy.
Calmer than you are.
So number 4 in the tools of dealing with the post-injury blues is to identify things that you look forward to. Our brains love to look forward to something. So this can be both short or long-term, something to do today, as well as something much longer term, things that you want to do when you're healed up. So you can look at both those angles in this tool. Even things like a guilt-free 10-minute scroll on your phone or a warm shower can be little things to give your mind a break, a little bit of a release from all the pressure, and just focus your attention elsewhere. Within looking at other things to look forward to, you can kind of create a recovery bucket list, or making a fun list of all the things you want to do after you're healed. So thinking a little bit longer term. These don't have to be extreme by any means, just remind you that you're not stuck forever and that the injury won't last forever. These could be things as big as a beach trip or a scuba diving trip or going somewhere big when you're healed up, or something as simple as looking forward to walking your dog pain-free.
15 seconds! No, wait, I can't do this! Sure you can! No, I can't! Really? It's not the jump you're afraid of! The hell it's not! You're just afraid your chute won't open, and you'll show up at your own funeral as a Denver omelet! No, I'm pretty much just worried the chute won't open!
The third thing within trying to find things to look forward to is just planning connections. So social things to look forward to, like calling a friend or getting a lunch or just seeing someone you haven't seen in a while, can be beneficial. So connection really does boost your mood. So even if you're not really feeling like being super social.
What are you doing here? Nothing. Nurse said I could come in. Are you watching me sleep? Well, you know what? I just got here. I was gonna leave, but then you woke up. Jesus, what's your fucking problem? Nothing. What's your problem? Not a care in the world.
Having someone to check in with, even just briefly, can really make the day feel a little bit less heavy. And so the fifth tool in dealing with the post-injury blues is to feed your brain something good. So when your body slows down, your brain really craves that input and that learning. So give it something meaningful and inspiring to try. A few examples of this are audiobooks or good podcasts that help you learn something or make you laugh even. YouTube channels, TED Talks, things with motivational short videos, short stories are a couple great ones to try. And revisiting things like inspirational movies, documentaries, stories where people are overcoming very difficult things and overcoming adversity can be inspiring to watch when you're kind of down and out. You can also try different things like learning a new language or a new skill. So these really help keep your mind engaged and that creative outlet. And so the sixth tool in dealing with the post-injury blues is really important. It's really trying to reframe negative thoughts or unhelpful thought patterns. Your brain really loves to throw out worst case scenarios, whether or not they're true. And CBT really helps you reframe that and say something like, this is tough, but it's not forever. I've overcome adversity before. And we have to realize that a ton of our thoughts throughout the day are just that. They're just thoughts. Even if they're really scary, it doesn't mean they're true. So in essence, you don't have to believe every thought that pops in your head, and CBT helps us grab those negative or unhelpful ones, reframe it, and turn it into something positive to move forward with. And lastly, tool number 7 in dealing with the post-injury blues is to reach out for support if you're having a really hard time. So if nothing seems to really be working, it doesn't mean you've failed at all. It means you're just dealing with something really hard. If you feel yourself really losing interest in things that you used to enjoy, feeling hopeless or completely stuck, it doesn't hurt to reach out. There's a lot of forums online, whether it's Reddit-specific forums that look at specific injuries and folks dealing with similar things. The Bounce Back app built to connect with people going through similar injuries as well. But if you're really stuck and overwhelmed, you can certainly reach out to professional mental health therapists as well. You can find them online. Various apps like BetterHelp or Sondermind are great to find that. So if you're really stuck, reach out for help. And so one bonus tip in dealing with the post-injury blues is that some sort of movement is better than nothing. And as the saying goes, really something is better than nothing. So getting outside and just moving or walking for even 3 minutes or a light stretch can be really better than nothing, getting that mood and circulation going, and can help throughout your recovery. So in summary, the post-injury blues are not a flaw in your mindset. It's just a natural response to dealing with the massive disruption, the pain, the inject of uncertainty, and even the occasional loss of identity throughout injuries. So it doesn't mean you're weak or flawed. It just means it's very normal and you're dealing with something tough. But trying small actions, even ones that feel really insignificant, can add up to real change throughout the recovery journey. So start where you're at, try to pick one and keep going. If that doesn't work, no problem, drop it and try a different one. And throw in the comments anything that's worked for you throughout your journey or anything that helped deal with the frustration and the post-injury blues. And if this video was helpful or resonated, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.